With much of the media attention being paid to the division and discord among our regions and nations, Grand Chief Mike DeLille Jr. has sent a letter to chiefs and councils across Canada, urging them to work together in the battle against Canada's Bill C-33, the proposed First Nations Control of First Nations Education Act. We spoke to the Grand Chief for more.
It's an open letter to Grand Chiefs, chiefs and councils across the communities and territories in Canada. The focus is, again, education. And what I've seen the last couple of weeks is, I won't say lack of coordination, but maybe too many people in the coordinator role. I've been speaking to Regional Chief Ghislain Picard, who also has been nominated and appointed as the interim spokesperson on behalf of Assembly of First Nations Executive. He feels a bit conflicted in his role as Regional Chief here in Quebec and Labrador, as well as now this appointment to be spokesperson. So I just wanted to ensure that the focus of everyone across the country is the education issue in this proposed bill, and not who's in leadership, who has resigned, what the AFN's role is, and that, I guess, their role with the federal government, and ensure that we don't lose the third opportunity, as I think of it. I remember last year when Harper met with First Nations communities and Atleo as well to talk about what our priorities were, and there were too many. This one is a singular focus. It's the opposition to the bill. There's a Confederacy of Nations meeting which has its own issues tomorrow, Chiefs Committee on Education the following day in Ottawa, and then a special Chiefs Assembly at the end of the month over 2 days, which I'm sure this will be the focus on, as well as regionally through Quebec and Labrador Chiefs. So things are getting lost in the mix. So I just wanted to send a clear, succinct message to all of the Grand Chiefs, and there's a bit of explanation to that because it's in Mohawk territory, the Grand Chiefs are for community. In places like Manitoba, the Grand Chief, for example, will speak on behalf of 75 communities in their First Nation. So them and the chiefs and councils to assure again that whoever's going to be meeting tomorrow, Thursday, next month, and at the end of this month, understand what the issue is. So it's just trying to provide clarity to everybody and ensure that there's a unified voice and front against this bill.